Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. Construction continues on GPHQ, but it's not stopping us doing some reviews, some soon-to-be released comics. In my hands is War of Realms, War Scrolls #1, one of the various spin-offs of the War of the Realms event running through Marvel Comics. Now, this is going to be the anthology comic. This is going to have a whole bunch of different stories through every single issue. And with all anthology comics, quality is going to vary when it comes to each of the stories and what you're going to get. And this one is actually pretty solid. So there's 4 stories. There's Daredevil 1, it's written by Jason Aaron, drawn by Andrea Sorrentino, colored by Matthew Wilson. There's one about the Warriors 3, written by Josh Trujillo, drawn by Ricardo Lopez Ortiz, and colored by Felipe Sobreiro. Wolverine and Punisher by Renzi, drawn by Cafu, colored by Brian Reber, and then Howard the Duck by Chip Zdarsky, drawn by Joe Quinones, with ink by Joe Rivera, and then colored by Rico Renzi. It does say to read the War of the Realms #2 before this. I haven't read War of the Realms #2 yet, and I had no problem reading this. I'm sure there's some things that are a little bit out of order. Maybe it spoils some stuff here and there. Maybe I think the Daredevil story is probably the big one that really matters with this. But I actually really enjoy this. Normally, I find the anthology ones are usually there's one good story, and then the rest are kind of questionable in quality, they're kind of mediocre. This one, I pretty much enjoyed everything. I laughed at some stuff. The art's pretty solid in all of them. The Daredevil story is kick-ass. It's so good, and such a brilliant direction for Daredevil in the War of the Realms storyline. This is some top-notch stuff. Really, really good, really entertaining. There's not, I think, a bad story in really any of the comic. It's just really good. And well put together. Just solid work. So, highly recommend this. And War of Realms, I will straight up admit, it hasn't quite gripped me like some of the other events that have been out recently. So the art is all over the place. You got the Daredevil story right here. You can kind of check out the art style. Some cool stuff. It does shift after a bit. That was kind of going into the past. That's kind of modern stuff. So that's the Daredevil story. The one with the Warriors 3 is a very different style, much more comedic in the art style. The Wolverine and Punisher one is, I'd say, more traditional in look. I can get an idea of that. And then the Howard the Duck one is it's straight up classic kind of Howard the Duck. The other is, that had a nice spoiler. This has the reveal of Howard the Duck's last name. So, collector's item, I'm sure. It's going to go through the roof as far as value, because that is the first Howard the Duck last name. As I said, the War of the Realms, the main issue, the first issue, it was good. It didn't really quite blow me away. The tie-ins so far have been okay. Everything's been okay. This is actually, I think, better than anything I've read otherwise for the War of the Realms so far. I actually have enjoyed this more than the main story. It's really good. It's a bunch of short stories, and most of them are one-shot stuff. The Daredevil one's an ongoing. Overall, really solid. I actually recommend this one. Not if you're not reading War of the Realms at all. It's not worth that. But if you're into the War of Realms, maybe you want to dip your toes in a little bit, this is actually kind of a cool spot to start. So check it out. It's out this week. Retails for $4.99. You get a lot out of this. Yeah, go support your comic shop. That's where you should be getting this. We've got a link beneath this. Put in your zip code. Tell if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some affiliate links. They're affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage, but really go support your comic shop. We like to go support comic shops because they're the backbone of the industry in so many ways and really important. And speaking of support, I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with this review copy. We always appreciate it, and thank you for watching. Now, if you're into Marvel, if you're into comics, if you're into the War of the Realms, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy. We got a weekly roundup of the War of the Realms, so you can keep up with everything going on throughout all the tie-ins, through all the main series, everything that's going on. So as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.